Your turn for the intro, not it. Dibs, no backsies.
I'm so full of chicken.
I'm also, if we're being perfectly honest, and this is a safe space, so I feel okay being honest.
Okay, just remember it's the first couple minutes of the podcast.
I'm also pretty full of chicken.
Yeah. That was a lot of Chico chicken.
I didn't want to finish it, but you made me finish it.
I made you finish it.
You held me down. You shoved it in my mouth against my will.
Yep.
Got us demonetized in the first 60 seconds.
I feel a lot more mellow this time around.
I think we're going to have a cool... Is that a groan or a purr?
I don't know.
Or just your gutty works revolting against you.
Why don't we both just take a 30-minute nap?
On pod?
To start the pod.
Okay.
And then just wake up feeling a lot better.
I'm sure there must be relaxation pods that are mostly quiet.
Could be. Just
we should get on that.
Vague sounds, but not ASMR.
No.
Just like very relaxing, soothing.
Nothing you can beat off to.
Well, I can be off to anything.
Really?
If you use your imagination, you can jerk off to anything.
Theater of the mind?
Yeah.
Puppetry of the penis?
Yep. The vagina monologues?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm bleeding.
I could jerk off to that.
Could you?
No, probably not. But I could try. I don't think I would get full, but I could try.
Yeah, as long as you give it an honest chance, that's all. Yep. That's all anyone can ask of you.
Yep.
Hi, I'm Scott. That's true. This is the podcast.
Hey. Howdy, y'all.
Do you know who you're talking to?
The best goddamn podcasting duo who are furry wrestlers and current reigning and defending SOS World Tag Team Champions.
That's undoubtedly true, and that's who they're talking to. Do you know who you're talking to?
They're talking to us?
Listening to. But also talking. Look, I consider this a dialogue between us and the listener.
I mean, sometimes they tell us things, and it's whether or not we want to interpret it
I will say that we're dominating the conversation, but
sure.
I do consider it a dialogue. But do you, Andrew Lillian Smith...
No, that's Kelly's middle name. Thank you very much.
Sorry. Andrew Anita Smith.
Thank you.
Know who you're talking to.
Andrew S. Arian. Thank you very much.
Andrew S. Arian.
You?
Yeah.
I'm talking to you.
But more specifically, you're talking to a computer owner.
Oh.
Yeah.
Huh. News to me.
Yeah. I saved it. Well, some would say I saved it a while.
I mean, it's been a week.
It has been a week.
Since the last time we sat down in this room.
Since the last time we sat down, said we were going to get chicken, but then I went home and then came back a week later. We got chicken and started recording the podcast anew.
I'm very confused right now.
Why?
Because I don't know if you've already
I have a computer.
Gotten a
look at me.
Okay. Are you the captain now?
I'm one. I'm the captain now. Two.
No, you gotta say it in the accent or it doesn't count.
I am the
that's not
Captain. No,
that's not a Somalian accent.
I think I'm nailing. Hold on, let me give it a. On the captain now, isn't it?
I'll accept British Somalian.
I cannot believe I'm the captain now.
Well, that's good news.
It is good news. Get this.
Is it physically in your possession?
Yes.
Have you already jerked off while using it?
That's a great question. And one I'm not comfortable answering, yes. Maybe the first thing I did.
I mean, I would too.
Maybe the first thing I did. But added wrinkle, in the time since we last spoke.
Yeah, so last week,
I have owned 2 computers.
Oh.
First one, didn't love it.
Really?
First one was based solely on your Korean Gamer Boy laptop.
Was it an MSI?
It was an MSI. It was a mindless self-indulgence.
And
I got it, and it started okay. And then I noticed that Windows had no apps, even the most basic ones like Photo Viewer. And then I noticed that somehow the Windows Store wasn't even installed. So, and then I had, and the only way besides like going into the registry and doing all kinds of above my pay grade stuff is to trick Windows into reinstalling the store by downloading like the Xbox Gamer app, and in that there's an install Windows Store option.
Okay.
So did all that, and then separately in the meantime, it just started being noisy. It like just sort of like a repeated like kind of clicking sound, and it had like a million fans in it and stuff. So I like took the side off of it, and I'm like, is a fan touching something? Is it like going against it? No, and I listened with it on, and it was just straight up like coming from like the hard drive / motherboard. I'm like, well, that doesn't seem like something that should be happening in the first 48 hours.
Probably not.
That I've had it.
Probably not.
So, fuck this. And I got it from.
Oh yeah, you were saying from.
I got it from Visions Electronics.
Yeah.
In
I almost said Circuit City.
Not Circuit City. And then I'm thinking, well, when it was doing like a weird thing, I'm like, oh, I guess I could take it. I'm like, oh yeah, they don't do any like tech support there. I'd have to take it somewhere else or deal with the manufacturer.
Yeah, which that's a nightmare.
And I'm like, no, I'm going to return this for a full refund and go to Best Buy.
Yeah, smart.
And so I did that. And the new one is an Asus, the same brand as my last one.
Yeah.
Which served me well for 6 years and 9 months, and then very badly right after that.
Well, there was that weird period in the middle where something was going on, but that wasn't your computer's fault.
No, there was last year where me getting almost every account I have hacked. And also mining crypto without my knowledge. Yeah, that was bad too. Yeah, maybe worse than the computer dying altogether. Almost, honestly. It was maybe even more stressful. Not that this hasn't been stressful.
Sure.
Also, look, just because I'm back among the ranks of computer owners doesn't mean that it's time for the gravy train to chug its way into the station and be retired and have its number raised in the rafters. That's what they do with trains, right? They do in the Train Hall of Fame.
Train Hall of Fame.
The Hall of Trains.
They raise them.
Yeah. I still need money.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
like you can send it.
You can just keep giving us money.
You can just keep giving us
also,
money.
like
to paypal.me/.
You brought Scott a computer. You can buy me stuff.
You can buy
I like
computer.
Stuff. I just bought $145 NHL 24 X Factor edition for PS5. That was
that's the one that comes with X-Pac, Albert, and Justin Credible.
Correct, and the Uncle Cracker theme.
And of course, the Uncle Cracker theme.
I also have to.
I hope we get demonetized for saying cracker. I hope they're finding more.
It's spelled with a K.
More and more. They don't know. It's audio.
I'm telling them it's spelled with a K.
I hope they're finding more and more creative ways to demonetize us.
Yeah.
No matter how good boys we be.
I also have to buy Assassin's Creed Mirage in like a week. So
True.
If you want to send me money for that, or just all of the movies that are on my wish list on my Twitter profile.
You could also kind of use some wrestling boots that don't have a hole in them.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, that also is something.
Yeah, that's very much something.
Yeah, just you help Scott, now help me.
Yeah, we just go back and forth with the help.
Yeah.
And by that I mean each of us watches the help
and takes a shit in a pie
every second week and takes a shit in the pie, serves it to the other person and sees if they notice. So far, no one has ever noticed. Or, I don't know. I think at the end of the day, we know.
I don't think I want to talk about eating shit right now.
We had a bad time trying and failing to find a Twitter creep of the week.
Don't worry, we're going to get there.
So if you guys have like a good Twitter creep of the week that can...
Yeah, that's true.
That we can talk about without getting sick to our stomachs.
Because that's what happened recently.
Yeah. Then
I almost threw up.
Yeah, then send it in. Because we just went too hard and it was no good. It was a fool's errand, I would call it. So there was that. So yeah, so Drew, look, do you not want Drew to have cute kitty cat boots? Like what? What's your problem?
I would also like to get a new
singlet.
We would both like to get new singlets that don't have lining.
That don't have lining in them.
Because it's a lot cooler to breathe.
Because I wear the lined one the most.
Yep.
Because it's the newest and you can put stuff over it. But whenever I put on one of the others, I'm like, oh, these go on so much easier.
Yeah, if you, like, everybody's...
my lining is even more of a pain in the ass than yours.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everybody's so invested in us getting the surgery.
Yeah.
But you know what's a nice placeholder for the surgery is buying us new gear.
Perfect gear. The quest for perfect gear before the perfect body.
We're giving you so much content. Help us!
So goddamn much.
This is a lot of work. Rabble.
Look, a lot of you are going to accuse us of sitting in 2 reclined chairs, Joey and Chandler jerking off to Baywatch style, doing a lazy podcast while watching WWE SmackDown live on Fox on mute. A lot of people are going to say that. A lot of people are going to you're going to hear that from a lot of people. Don't listen. We're working. Okay?
This is work.
I'm at my job right now.
One of your 3 jobs.
3 jobs.
This is only my second
job. I'm a podcaster, I'm a wrestler, and I'm a child pornographer.
Making or distributing?
Ooh, watching?
Is that a job? That feels like pleasure.
The way I do it is. What's Paul Heyman? No, we can't get distracted by
I
stupid
believe
SmackDown.
Paul's either sending a voice message or he's calling Roman Reigns, perhaps.
To show up in November.
You know it. Oh, boy. Yeah. Successful week last week. Of Scott going to Miami.
Yeah, I guess I got back yesterday.
Yeah. How was Miami? Sorry. How was Miami?
Miami? Bienvenido a Miami.
Did you see Pitbull?
Yeah, we hung out.
Yeah. Did he perform live every day at every venue in the city?
Of course, he's Mr. Worldwide.
Why are his shoes pouring water?
Yeah, I also am being distracted and confused by Grayson Waller's entrance holograms, which is liquid pouring out of shoes.
I don't know. Anyways, is it supposed to be like he's taking shots from his shoes?
Did people do that in a non-fetish situation?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a hazing thing or a losing a bet thing.
Oh, okay.
Oh, how many of these at the bottom do you think are
No,
real?
we can't do fake Twitter.
Carl Havoc 3.
We should look up. Maybe one of these is the creep
Mr. Miller 74.
I like that there's no at. So it's unspecified where these are even coming from. Oh, it's Tout.
Waller Aussie Fan
Fuck
Club.
Off. No, I'm not doing this.
No, I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
Have we introed things properly?
Aussie King 10. Okay, I'll stop. I'm Drew here in Softpaws on Twitter, Instagram, Letterboxd, mostly Letterboxd. Yeah, I'm here.
Letterbox talk.
I'm gonna voice a couple of gripes I got.
Do you consider yourself the voice of the voiceless?
I'm the voice of the voices. I'm the face that runs the place.
Okay.
Except for you can't see my face, and I don't want to show my face because I don't want to look at it.
Because I'm scared.
Yeah, I got a gripe to make about the fact that the Twitter post, the X.com post that you made of the furry art of us recording the podcast that is tagged for you and me has more likes on the post than followers I have. What the fuck is that? If you liked that post that's about our podcast, you should be and you're not following me and you're only following Scott, fuck you.
Yeah, that's fair. My repost didn't get that many, but the original post of it got a lot, yeah.
Like, if you're just liking it because it's artwork, you're a loser.
But people are doing that.
Yeah,
let's be clear.
What the fuck?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's very frustrating.
Mm-hmm.
And then, it was announced last week that
you don't need to put last week in quotation marks.
Shut up, last week. Letterboxd was purchased by a Canadian investment company and priced at $50 million.
Yeah.
Now, I guess that's great for the Letterboxd people because they built this from the ground up.
But is it great for Drew?
Well, I don't know. Yeah. That's the thing. I'm very concerned
Do
that
things typically go well when an independent company is bought by a larger holding company?
yes.
Okay.
I like
So all signs point to cool.
I like that they're getting the recognition that they deserve for like starting this amazing social media app.
Yeah.
But then I don't know anything about the company that purchased them.
Is the company called Tiny?
Tiny.
Huh.
I'm very.
Is it ironic? Is it actually a big fat guy?
Could be a big guy.
Nice.
I'm very concerned that when they take over, that things will change, and I'm not gonna like the way the changes are.
Yeah.
Because it is genuinely the only social media platform that I use all the time.
Uh-huh.
I will use Instagram to like repost wrestling related stuff for us.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes, like I think you should leave reels,
Sure.
and sometimes I'll send cat memes to people.
Of course.
Mostly friend of the show, Greg Sage.
Yeah.
But and then X.com, I use less, I guess. It's mostly just to kill time while I'm pooping. But like Letterboxd, I actually like, it's researching movies I want to
Yep.
see, finding out what's streaming on what service.
You're
so
doing
I
the
wanna
work.
watch it. Yeah, like I do genuinely use it all day, every day. So if they're gonna go in and change that system or make it more expensive to be an El Patron,
You're going to kill yourself?
yeah, I might.
Okay.
I just fucking might. So don't change Letterboxd Tiny. Thank you. That is the end of my statement.
Leave Letterboxd alone.
Leave Letterboxd alone.
How
Leave
about-
Brittany alone.
I was going to say, how about leave Britney alone? Flawless transition, because we wanted to talk about Britney.
She's bat shit crazy.
Yeah,
I
think
apologize to her father.
history
Jamie Lynn
will show
Spears.
that we were maybe a little harsh on her dad.
Yeah. Letting
I
her
think
go.
her dad was just doing his best, trying to keep his batshit lunatic daughter in check.
Dancing with knives.
She
looks like shit.
yeah,
Like she looks bloated.
but yeah, her latest Instagram post.
Yeah.
She's
two big old kitchen knives.
twirling around with two giant
Yeah.
steak knives,
Hitting her in the butt, hitting herself in the butt,
Yeah.
waving them around in the air like she just don't care. It's horrible.
Yeah, we should be more. Remember how worried about Britney everyone was?
Everyone was.
We
They
should
thought that
be
her dad was keeping her from living her life.
more worried about her than
Yeah,
ever.
Absolutely.
Look, we all got to learn what a conservatorship was.
Yep. we did.
That's cool. And now that we know what it is, and with the benefit of hindsight,
Yep.
we know that her father should absolutely have a conservatorship over her.
1,000%.
She is not to be left to her own devices.
No. Nobody
Because
should-
those devices are two knives.
Two knives.
That she will dance with.
Two big ass kitchen knives. Yeah, do not care for her or the fact that she's living her best life, which is an unhealthy mental state.
It's her best
Her poor
life.
children.
Her poor children. Surely K-Fed has custody.
Yeah, I think he does actually, which is pretty sad.
Yeah. And he's like 350 pounds, right?
He's the biggest man alive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love him.
Yeah.
I love fat K-Fed.
He's terrible looking.
Best WWE Raw guest host?
Ooh. He's up
After
there.
Bob Barker,
He's up there.
obviously.
I mean, Hugh Jackman was pretty fucking great. He threw a non-worked punch at Dolph Ziggler.
Oh, he did punch a guy for real. That was cool.
It was Cameron Grimes.
Amazing.
On national television.
Shout out to guy who has commentated a match of mine in Rhode Island, Trevor Lee Cadell, real names.
Wow.
AKA
Shoot.
Cameron Grimes. He got really, because he obviously he didn't know who I was prior, which is rude because I knew who he was.
Of course.
Um,
If I know you, you should know me.
that is true.
Yep.
I think we're both at a level that if we have heard of someone,
Yeah.
that they should have heard of us. Reciprocally.
I at least can stop shitting on one certain person who didn't remember me, even though I had a 2-on-1 handicap match against them and drove home from Seattle with them a couple times.
You can stop
because
shitting?
because at Boom she not only like said hello to me, talked to me very briefly.
Oh, she did.
And when she walked,
I didn't think she did.
She did.
Okay.
And at first she didn't.
Yes, that's all I saw.
And then she did afterwards.
Okay.
And she even gave me a kind of playful like grapple for a second.
A penis touch.
So I was like, all right, I don't hate cat power anymore.
Okay.
Also, I'm very attracted to her, and I kind of want to fuck her.
Yeah. Not Cat Power the singer, the local wrestler.
Who the fuck is Cat Power the singer?
There's a singer named Cat Power.
Oh, I didn't know that.
No, you do.
I just knew that there was this Cat Power.
This one's better.
Well, shout out to better Cat Power. You're kind of hot. End of statement.
She is kind of hot.
End of statement.
And no further questions.
No further questions. But yeah, for the longest time, she did kind of no sell me.
Not even just straight up forget who you were.
Yeah, just straight
like
up,
she. It's not like she knew you and was like snubbing you.
Yeah,
she just her
brains are bad.
You left her brain.
Her brains are bad.
Yeah,
but
now they're back.
Literally had a 2-on-1 handicap match against her at 3-2-1 battle in possibly a main event.
Could have been. Yeah, and also drove 3 hours there and back with her to Seattle.
Whatever happened to Sloane?
She stopped wrestling, I think.
Oh. Why? We drove her home a couple times, right?
At least once, maybe twice.
She was pretty nice.
She was nice.
She was very nice.
Yeah, I seem to recall some people currently wrestling saying she was bad at wrestling.
Well,
I'm like, but yeah, like, how do you tell them?
Well, in that case, all of them should.
I was gonna say she didn't seem markedly,
except for Nicole Matthews. She's awesome.
Nicole Matthews is awesome.
Sloane from Nanaimo, British Columbia.
Yeah,
trained by Lance Storm.
Really? She probably should be better then. But
she wrestled an NEW match in 2021.
21, okay.
She beat Liza Hall and Rhea Von Slasher in a 3-way.
And quit.
And then that's it. And she wrestled twice in 2020. And that's it. She did some Defy stuff. She was on the ECCW 3-2-1 battle combo shit.
Yes, she was.
She was in a 4-on-4 women's elimination tag match.
I love when they call it, like, just because the term like 6-man or 8-man is so ingrained into wrestling, they call it like a women's 6-man tag.
Yeah,
I always enjoy that.
Yeah, that was the show. You had a broken arm.
There was a show where I got a broken arm.
You had a broken arm.
Oh, I mean, there were lots of shows where I had a broken arm.
I think you managed Kelly, right? Because Kelly wrestled Tony.
Yeah.
And you managed them, I think.
What was the show?
The ECCW 3-2-1 crossover
in BC?
In the West.
Yeah.
Yeah, you managed Kelly.
18, 19.
19.
19, I did nothing. 19, I stood against the wall. Right. 18,
Why weren't you on the show?
Because my arm was broken again.
That's all I wanted you to say.
I'm like, you know why. You asshole.
Oh shit, Miles DeVille was on that show.
Oh, little baby Miles.
Yeah. That's a weird it's a weird combo of people.
I'm sure it was.
The main event was Beef Boy over Billy Swade, Rook Kelly, and Pitfall Jones in a 4-way.
Of course it was.
Yeah. Anyways. I guess she's done.
We lost her.
Yeah, well, what can you do?
She does art, I think.
Oh, okay. Good art.
I think she paints. Yeah. I think she's actually a talented artist. I seem to recall seeing something in that realm. Oh, I guess is her name not actually Sloane? Now I can't remember her real name, so I can't look her up.
I don't think I ever learned her real name.
It's sad. Hold on, is this real-time news on the pod?
That you're learning her real name on the pod?
Nope. But computer related.
Your second computer's dead, now you gotta get a third one?
I'd be so pissed. I was so mad at the first one.
I would be too.
Oh, and I did find a way to get the first one to stop making the noise, which was to prop it up diagonally on a chemistry textbook. I'm like, well, this
okay.
This actually fixes it, but is this how I want to live? No. I don't deserve much.
I agree with that statement.
But I deserve better than that. I shouldn't have to do that with a new computer.
I guess.
I should not have to jam a large textbook under it to prop the computer at like a 30 plus degree angle to get it to not make noise.
No.
So yeah, I feel like I did the right thing. But computer related, a message from the fine people at GSCV Data Recovery. We can't recover the data
at 6:20 in the evening on a Friday. That seems weird.
It came earlier, and I'm seeing it now.
All right, coward.
So I don't know. Depends on your version of live. It's live to me.
I'm live.
Yeah, we can't do it on your hard drive that died in the old computer that started this whole series of events in motion. We can try escalating it to tier 2, which will be $600 plus tax. No. Unless, I mean, if people wanted to send $600 plus tax.
What's the most important things that are on there?
To paypal.me/NotScottHansen, I would consider it. But that's not coming out of pocket. Some older programs that are going to be tough to find. And then I had some stuff saved just on the desktop, which would have been just on the C drive, that weren't backed up on any externals. So yeah, like a few things, but not enough to justify 600 plus tax of my own money. But 600 plus tax of someone else's money? Absolutely.
I can't believe you didn't say child porn.
That seems hackneyed.
Okay.
Even though those were the last 2 words spoken on last week's podcast.
All right, well.
But no, and even for the sake of argument, if I did, that's all backed up. That's on multiple external hard drives.
Hidden in secret vaults behind your door.
Hidden in plain sight.
Oh, that's like mine.
Check your Blu-ray for Moulin Rouge. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised.
Joke's on you. All of these Blu-rays, child porn.
That'd be so cool. I wish you were all here in the room with me, because only me and Drew, I'd say me even more than Drew, because Drew's accustomed to it, can fathom how much child pornography would be on this many Blu-rays.
Yeah. What's
your Blu-ray count? Roughly?
I'll tell you the exact number.
Exactly. Oh, what is it, my birthday?
Well, sorry, except for the criterions, because I keep forgetting to do the criterions.
Ballpark, the criterions
200.
are 200?
Yes, give or take.
Yeah.
My current list, as of today,
not bad,
is... Why are you being so slow?
See? MSI sucks.
2,864 Blu-ray movies.
So 3,000 plus Blu-rays, each holding 50 gigabytes of child pornography. Brings us to 150,000. Okay, so 150 terabytes. That seems low. Am I out of zero? 3,000 Blu-ray. 3,000 times 50. Yeah, 150,000. All right, I guess 150 terabytes is a lot. But I got close to 50 in hard drives.
Not bad.
So
I only have one Blu-ray porn.
I like that you have a
Blu-ray, and it's behind
porn.
you on the top shelf.
Can we watch it on mute while we podcast?
If you want. No, it's that way.
I'm just gonna. I'm reaching blindly. Too far.
No, it's around where your hand is.
No, I've thrown my shoulder out. What is it?
It is 19. I'll tell you right now.
Is it Emmanuel?
That's considered porn?
I don't know. It's like soft porn.
It is. What year is it? Why are you not giving me a proper year for it?
Is it timeless?
It is timeless. It is Oh, well, maybe I'll just never tell you because IMDb wouldn't tell me what year it's from.
Huh. And because of that, you can't even tell me the title?
I'm waiting to fucking give you the
details?
It is 1980s Taboo.
Oh, based on the board game.
Yeah.
Where you can't say a word.
Can't say a word. Also in Mick Foley's book, I believe. One of his books he talks about Taboo because it's Kay Parker.
Okay.
Which was the porn star that he used to jerk off to a lot all the time. He told everybody.
Thanks, Mick.
It's essentially about a mom and a son who want to fuck each other.
Okay. No step bullshit.
Real mom.
Biological.
Yeah.
Played by a biological mother and son.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, they're not going to fake it.
No, I like a bit of authenticity. Like, I'm not all for the, you can only play roles of things that you are. But in incest porn, I don't want actors.
I got 80s incest porn. I've got 30s Nazi propaganda.
You do.
And I've got Serbian film.
All good ones.
All good ones. Oh.
Serbian film was a documentary about the dissolution of Yugoslavia.
Mm-hmm.
Metaphorically.
Even though they're all Serbs.
Even though they're all Serbs. Serbia, Bosnia, Herzegovina, of course. Part of Bosnia. How did one of the Yugoslav things get to be two things?
No, because they're both.
Bosnia.
I'm a Bosnian and a Herzegovinian.
Is that what you call yourself if you're from there?
I don't know.
I feel like you just hear Bosnia.
I think it is two separate things.
But it's one country.
But they get along, so they're like, hey, let's just be one country. Fuck those other guys.
Of the 12 barely different kinds of Slavs in the area, they were the only two that got along.
Correct.
So they got to share a country.
Correct.
Cool. Stupid. Yugoslavia getting a lot of play the last two episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Good for them. 1993 was the end? That's when we lost them? Or when that and Czechoslovakia were similar.
Mm-hmm.
And USSR.
Mm-hmm.
What?
And the reunification of Germany.
Yes. That Germany's 89?
89. I think.
Is USSR the same or different?
I think it's 90 or 91, maybe.
And I got 93 in my head for Yugoslavia, and I feel like 91 or 93 for Czechoslovakia.
I think so too, yeah.
Well, this has become a history podcast now.
That's a good time to be alive if you wanted to have independence.
USSR dissolution. We're talking 91.
Okay.
Okay. And now, Czechoslovakia dissolution. 1992.
Okay.
So I guess we're just doing one a year.
I guess.
I'm sure Yugoslavia was 93. Also 92.
Okay.
It was a
good for them.
We had a tumultuous early 90s.
Reunification of Germany.
I mean, I'll suck a cock on Christopher Street if it's not 19.
No, I think you're right. 100% you're right, but who knows? Maybe we're both fucking losers.
Unification.
We are both fucking losers. I'm stating a fact right now. We're both fucking losers.
The treaty was signed in 90. I guess the wall went down in 89.
Okay. Yeah. So I guess we're wrong, kind of, but also right.
I'm a little
bit country and you're a little bit rock and roll.
On the side of almost right.
Okay.
That's what I think. I'm pissed about that data recovery.
Yeah, I would be too.
Piece of shit.
Yeah, I know.
Is the creator good? Do people like the creator? I'm seeing a trailer for the creator.
Nobody's seen it yet because it hasn't come out yet. Or it came out today.
Is it supposed to be good?
I don't know. It's unique. I think it gives off like
AI
District 9 vibes. Okay. And it's got John David Washington, and it's directed by Gareth Edwards
of
Godzilla. No, Kong Skull Island. No,
I was going to say one of them Godzillas, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh no! Top dollar's gone, so now they're beating up his boy.
That's sad. They should probably fire him too.
Paid extra.
Oh wow. The Creator 2023 Gareth Edwards. Nobody's seen it.
What came out today?
I guess because it came out today.
Oh,
or you might say 10 days ago.
Yeah, whatever.
But who's to say?
Oh, no.
People have fallen through.
Trick Williams or whatever his name
tables.
is.
It's the other one.
Ashanti Adonis?
the Adonis.
Uh-huh. Cool.
So we thought we had a bunch of news. But in going through the things that were written down, we're pretty sure we basically did them all on the last all news episode a while ago. And by that, I don't mean last week. I mean,
I think there's two
the one before that.
Didn't do.
Sure.
But
I'll do those. But yeah, going through them, we're like, oh, I feel like we talked about these and maybe didn't take them off the lists. But yeah, were there any?
This is why I don't want to put SmackDown on the background, because I get distracted by things I want to see.
You do,
and I'm like, oh, Santos Escobar versus Rey Mysterio for the U.S. title. That's going to be good. God damn it!
God damn it! How about a tiny lady with silver hair?
I don't like her fake hair. I think she's kind of ugly with like her anime look.
It's a weird look.
She's very cute normally.
Yeah. Boo, Zelina Vega.
There's no way he's not turning, right?
I think yes.
They've been building to this for months.
I don't know much.
Yeah.
But I've learned...
What you don't know could fill a goddamn boat.
In my 23 years on this planet, I've learned that you can't have two nice Mexicans. so one of them's...
What if Ray turns?
One of them's going to have to go
What
bad.
if Ray turns and takes his mask off?
His first heel turn at age 48?
Yeah.
I like that. I guess he would... Was he ever a heel when he was a filthy animal?
Yeah, they were a heel for a little bit.
I guess so. Who cares?
Because they were part of the new breed.
That's not a thing.
The new blood.
Yeah.
Yeah. New breed was like Matt Stryker, Elijah Burke, Marcus Corvon, and...
Oh, that's what...
Is that what they were called? The new breed?
Maybe.
I think so. Anyways.
Wasn't it just like a... I feel like that...
No, we're done.
That was like a side run of X-Men.
Done. Probably. So... Yeah, we had some news articles that obviously the problem with it is that we didn't use the laptop for anything for a while, so I didn't delete them as we were going.
Yeah.
And then I just had like 9 written down that we were like, I feel like we did these. So how about, did I delete them all? I don't know if I deleted them all.
Well, undelete them if you deleted them.
Yeah, no. What I was going to say...
But read them out, and you guys tell us if you've heard them.
Yeah. Exactly what I was going to say is I'll read them out loud, and then you guys let us know. Get in the comments! Get in the comments!
Get in the comments, but you have to have listened to other news. You can't just be new and say, I
want to hear this again.
Because of course you didn't hear that.
Yeah.
But if you're a long-time listener, first-time caller, or a long-time listener, long-time caller...
The worst.
The worst.
Get a life.
Then let us know. Because I think we've done most of them. Because furry who kidnaps 13-year-old over VR chat. Like I definitely remember looking stuff up.
Yeah, but did we look stuff up to prepare?
But I think we talked about it. But let us know.
Then
any other pertinent details on that one?
No, on that specific one, no.
Yeah,
I don't think so. We had the man who murdered his wife and family after she filed for divorce.
Yeah,
I think we talked about that one.
I think we did that.
I hate when I Google furry porn and furry porn comes up.
Yeah,
which was related to the Michigan.
That was related to the one crazy person at a PTA meeting going off about
who wasn't even a parent of a child,
who was in fact childless.
Yeah.
Not only had a child at a different school, did not have children. Basically started a nationwide rumor among conservatives that that schools were putting litter boxes in the gender-neutral bathrooms for students who identify as cats. Our take on that was, of course, the correct take. Yeah, why wouldn't you? You should have that.
Yeah. Then you got the woman who decapitated a man during sex and then performed sex acts on him.
Which I'm not positive we did that one, so let us know on that one, but it's a fun one. certainly.
There's the teacher who fed students cupcakes with her husband's semen in them.
I think we definitely did that.
Definitely did that one.
I think we had a nice talk about that. Again, we had the correct take. Funny.
Funny.
Yeah.
Harmless.
Good prank.
Then we
Not sexual assault.
Then we had
Definitely sexual assault.
The follow-up update on that pedophile cop who drove across country to kill his child grooms.
I should not be laughing at that. It's a terrible
parents
story.
and grandparents. And then we had the Hong Kong model that was killed by her husband's family and also her husband.
Which I also think we definitely did.
I'm pretty sure we did that.
I feel like we got into that one.
And then the only one I know we didn't do for a fact was
For a fact? Factually, we did not do this.
Was the woman who left America to join ISIS, and then after ISIS started to fall, she tried to come back to the United States, and they were like, "Not a fucking chance, bitch, get out." And she was like,
Not
"But I'm American."
a fucking
And they're like, "You were
chance.
American. You were American, bitch, and then you chose to do something stupid." I did it for Dick.
Did it for Dick.
I did it for ISIS Dick. Are you kidding me?
She was mad at her dad.
I know.
Now, why did ISIS fall?
I don't think they were. I think they were just on the downward.
But why
trend.
why were they?
Why were they falling?
Was it because Trump was such a good president? Because it pretty much happened exclusively during the first Trump presidency.
That is true.
The first of three.
The first of the first voted in ones, and not the forever one.
Yeah. I think he's going to have two regular and then
one forever.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that for him.
Yeah. The forever one is going to start at age 96 for him. And, well, I guess a lot of people will tell you he's president right now.
Yes.
Would you?
I mean, he is. He's my president.
He's your president, certainly. I've never seen...
But that's only because we can't vote W back into power.
If we got enough write-ins...
What if we do Trump president, George W. vice president? That's the ultimate power couple.
That's a real... Yeah. That's a real Oscar and Felix. Yeah, I'd be down for that. Pence is going to feel left out, though. Although, I guess...
I don't think Pence is going to be running as vice president for Trump again.
No?
After what happened.
I can't remember what happened.
I don't know. Some people went on a little bit of a joyride. By joyride, I mean storming a building.
Building a gallows.
And we're going to hang the vice president.
That was it.
Even
the vice president, they voted for.
They voted for. Even though he was the vice president for the party they were politically aligned
supporting.
with.
Yeah. Bold, I gotta say.
Yeah.
You gotta kind of begrudgingly respect that sort of commitment to nonsense.
You really do.
If they did it as a bit, I wouldn't be mad. If they were less serious, although a lot of them were kind of not serious.
No. A lot of them were just along for the ride.
A lot of them were kind of
They were
goofy.
like, this is kind of funny. Let's just do it.
And even the ones that were serious were also kind of funny. Like the guy who took a shit on Nancy Pelosi's desk.
Yep.
And of course the shaman. Who was described by his own lawyer as mentally retarded.
Yep. Very true. Not wrong.
That was real fun.
Not wrong.
Yeah. And I was just in jail for 15 years.
Yep. He sure is.
Good stuff.
So her name is Hoda Muthana.
Oh, she hosts a show with Kathy Lee Gifford.
Yep. Kathy Lee Griffin.
Okay.
Combination of Kathy Griffin and Kathy Lee Gifford.
Remember when a lot of Capitol stormers were real mad at Kathy Griffin for a while?
Well, because she did that thing about cutting off Trump's head.
You
can't threaten to cut off the president's head.
You can't threaten. You can't threaten to cut off a white president's head.
That is true. So she's a U.S.-born woman who immigrated from the United States to Syria to join ISIS in November 2014. She surrendered.
That's the right. Surrendered her passport
in January 2019 to coalition forces fighting ISIS in Syria, and
because Trump stopped ISIS.
Yep, and has been denied access back into the United States after U.S. court ruling rejected her claim to American citizenship. She was born in the United States. Her father was a Yemeni diplomat, making her ineligible for American citizenship by birth. Why? Oh, because
he's from Yemen.
Ah,
so he's got a passport, but she doesn't get one by birth.
Yes, but she was born in the United States.
Oh, she doesn't get one by his birth.
Yeah. So she was born in Hackensack, New Jersey, in 1994. Her father was a Yemeni diplomat. Although it is disputed whether he was a diplomat at the time of her birth, or whether he had
just a fucking guy,
or whether he had resigned months before and was still in the United States. She was raised in Alabama. She went to high school there before leaving the United States to join ISIS in 2014, using funds that her parents had provided for her college tuition to join.
Well, that ISIS was her college.
Exactly. She learned on the job.
It was my college.
She learned by doing.
Yeah.
In December 2014...
A lot more practical than going to Philosophy 103.
Yeah. Going to Alabama State College.
Oh, I know what Immanuel Kant was talking about now. Shut up.
Go Hogs.
Go Hogs.
Man, if the Alabama State University mascot is a hog...
Alabama State Hogs.
We're ending the podcast right now.
We'll end it only if it is the Hogs and the Hogs is a fuckable mascot. Alabama State U.
They're the Hornets.
Hornets.
Boo.
Boo. Not even a mammal. And the mascot sucks.
Oh yeah, it's pretty shitty.
This little fucker.
Yeah, it's pretty shitty. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Well, good thing you're stuck not in America, bitch. So in December 2014, she married Suhan Rahman, an Australian
heir to the noodle fortune,
an Australian jihadist who went by the name.
That's also a funny two-word phrase.
Australian jihadist.
That's just funny.
Yeah. He went by the name of Abu Jihad al-Astrali.
Okay, so his name was literally just Australian jihadist.
Yeah, that's so perfect.
His government name.
On Twitter, she advocated terrorist attacks against civilians in the United States and encouraged more residents to travel to ISIS-controlled territory and support the caliphate. The Guardian reported that she claimed that her Twitter account had been hacked by others, even though she fucking left America for Syria.
That is a tough sell, and I respect it.
Yeah, I mean, I went to Syria to join ISIS. But somebody else said to kill Americans.
Like, physical evidence that you did a thing, like, that has nothing to do with anything online. Just, like, actual physical, real-world evidence and actions and records and all that.
Yeah.
But then your defense is your account was hacked. Yeah. Like, okay, let's say your account was hacked.
Yeah.
You still left the country to join ISIS.
So, yeah.
You dizzy bitch.
What a stupid thing to lie about.
That's funny, though. Next time I do, like, a major crime.
Yeah.
And am, like, caught for the major crime that has nothing to do with the World Wide Web.
Yes.
I'm going to claim my account was hacked.
Deal.
Yeah, they're like, but we found blood at the scene. No, but I haven't had access to my account in 2 weeks.
Yeah, I was hacked. It wasn't me.
I was hacked.
Yeah.
Yeah. We found just a pile of semen.
That playground is so unclean. So her husband was killed in Syria in March 2015. So they were married for 4 months, and then he got killed.
But it was a beautiful 4 months. Their 4 months was our lifetime.
Yeah, that's true. It was the most perfect marriage.
Yeah.
And she married a Tunisian fighter and gave birth to a son.
Nice.
She stated that she began to question her allegiances to ISIS around this time.
Once they started losing.
Her second husband was killed fighting in Mosul.
She lost 2 husbands?
In 2017. And she fled from Raqqa to Mayadin to Hajin and finally to Shafa in eastern Syria. She married and divorced a third man around this time. She's
plowing through men.
She befriended Kimberly Gwen Pullman, a dual Canadian U.S. citizen.
I was gonna say, that sounds less
when the
jihadi Australia.
When the jihad enclave had shrunk to just a few square miles, food was so scarce that she was reduced to boiling grass for nourishment.
That's what cows do.
Yep. The boil grass water.
Yeah.
So, in January 2016, the Obama administration revoked her passport and stated in a letter that she was not a birthright citizen because her father's termination of diplomatic status had not been officially documented until after she was born.
Even though she was born in the U.S.?
But he shouldn't have been in the United States for her to be born in the United States. President Trump instructed Secretary of State Mike Pompeo, this is how dated that was, because he was, what, the second of 7 or something?
So many.
To not allow her back in the country. Pompeo released a press statement that read, Miss Hoda Muthana is not a U.S. citizen and will not be admitted into the United States. She does not have any legal basis, no valid U.S. passport, no right to a passport, nor any visa to travel to the United States. We continue to strongly advise all U.S. citizens not to travel to Syria. Her lawyer, Charles Swift, disputes the government's argument regarding birthright citizenship, asserting her father was discharged from his diplomatic position a month before she was born. On February 21st...
Well, I know her father discharged about 9 months before she was born.
Bazinga.
Great joke. Thank you.
Great joke. And I gave you a bazinga even for it. On February 21st, 2019, her father filed an emergency lawsuit asking the federal government to affirm Muthana's citizenship and allow her to return to the United States. In November 2019,
it was promptly denied.
In November 2019, a federal judge ruled that she did not have American citizenship. In 2021, the D.C. Circuit Court of Appeals upheld the decision of the district court ruling that she is not a U.S. citizen. And in 2022, the United States Supreme Court denied her appeal. In April 2021, her sister was arrested while allegedly attempting to join ISIS.
Nice. In 2021?
In 2021.
That is pretty... post-COVID ISIS joinings, I didn't think were a thing. That's crazy. That's pretty 2000 and late.
Sister of Alabama ISIS bride Hoda Muthana arrested with husband while allegedly trying to join terrorists.
That's
the 29-year-old sister left her family. The 29-year-old sister of the woman who left her. Was arrested Wednesday in New Jersey as she and her husband prepared to board a cargo ship to go and fight for the terrorist group. Her older sister, Arwa Muthana, and her husband, James Bradley, a 20-year-old Bronx man, also known as Abdullah, were arrested in New Jersey. So she convinced a younger white guy from the Bronx to become a Muslim and go fight for ISIS.
I love that.
Not
how I saw it going. I assumed it was someone already more... with more proclivity to joining ISIS in the first place.
I hear you.
And not a guy from the Bronx.
Yeah. The sister is so much cooler now.
Yeah.
They are charged in Manhattan federal court with attempting and conspiring to provide material support to a designated foreign terrorist organization. The two are... Fearing they might not be able to travel abroad, the two plan to attack the U.S. military base at West Point or another area university where Bradley knew military recruits to be training, federal prosecutors say. Bradley suspected that they might be on law enforcement's radar, so he and Arwa planned to travel to Yemen by cargo ship to fight with the terrorist organization. However, the person Bradley was planning the journey with was an undercover officer, and their plans were to wage attacks against the United States had been thwarted. Since at least 2019, Bradley has expressed violent extremist views and a desire to support ISIS overseas or by committing a terrorist attack in the United States. He allegedly said that if he could not leave the United States because he might be on a terrorist watch list, he would do something in the United States instead, referring to carrying out an attack. In January 2021, Bradley allegedly told an undercover officer he knew of a university in New York State where he frequently saw Reserve Officer Training Corps cadets training. Prosecutors say that he could use his truck in an attack and that he and Arwa could take all of the ROTC cadets out. That same month, They married in a large Islamic ceremony. The two planned to travel to the United Kingdom and then Gambia, where Muthana could work as a teacher. They flew in Alabama, blah, blah. Prior to her arrest, she said she could. Yeah, and then it talks about her shitty ass sister.
Yep.
And yeah, she looks very much like. That's the first girl. The first girl very much looks like she's Middle Eastern. I want to see the guy though.
The Bronx guy?
Show me Jay Bradley.
I would love to see Jay Bradley. Okay. Don't hurt yourself. Because I love because there were a few just like straight up, just like white girls from California that went to join ISIS too.
Yeah, just going for the sake of getting that great jihadist dick.
Yeah.
You know?
Fuck you, Dad.
Fuck you, Dad. I'm gonna go fuck this smelly. I can't say that. But you know what I mean. No, give me a fucking picture.
Find us our Bronx king.
Ah, there he is.
He's just
There's
a guy, right?
our guy.
Does he look like an Abdullah?
Oh, he. You know what? If I had to say, he was an ex-Eagle Scout.
Nice.
He was sentenced to 11 years in prison for trying to join ISIS. Former Boy Scout arrested in New Jersey for
former Boy Scout.
Yeah.
He's in his 20s and that's his greatest accomplishment.
Yeah, he's 21 and his lawyer had pleaded in court filings for a sentence of time served, arguing that he had been completed with a non-profit group since his arrest. I cannot foresee the future. None of us can. Don't have crime. Yeah, he looks like a man.
He look like a man?
He apparently got it knocked down from 15 years to 11 years.
Good lawyer.
No, none of these are good pictures. Here he is when he was like younger.
All right. That's my guy. Looks like a terrorist. P.S. Doesn't look like a terrorist.
Looks like a
looks
like a regular white hockey bro.
What does a terrorist actually look like?
Big beard, kind of looks like they smell bad. Don't speak English. Booga booga, I don't speak your language. Anyways,
That's a pretty good description, actually.
Yeah. Any final statements on joining ISIS?
Is it too late? Or is it still on the table?
Not, judging by her sister trying to join
2021,
during the COVID time.
2021 wasn't that long ago.
ISIS is always recruiting, apparently, but
now more than ever.
Yep.
They need people.
Uh-oh.
That does remind me of a really good, really sometimes intentionally, sometimes not intentionally funny podcast I listen to called Pressure Cooker.
I've heard of it.
Everyone go listen to it. Like, it's basically local news to us, but was big news everywhere. And either I knew it and forgot about it, or I just completely missed this news thing. But it was right after the Boston bombing in what, 2013, 14? 14. And to radicalized Muslim terrorists from our own Surrey, British Columbia.
Cool place.
We're learning from the Boston bombing. We're going to set off pressure cooker bombs at the at BC's provincial capital in Victoria on Canada Day. And what's fun about these two radicalized Muslim terrorists is that they were two white junkies. Mm-hmm. And the story is so funny and so crazy. They were both radicalized by and busted by the basically CSIS, the Canadian CIA.
Mm-hmm.
It's so funny. And then the RCMP, which is, I guess, the Canadian FBI. But like, we don't have an equivalent, but the RCMP does like FBI jobs.
Well, they do the FBI jobs, but only.
But then they also just ride horses.
I was gonna say only if it's against a certain minority of people who may or may not have lived on this land before us.
Sure.
Oh, that's the whole reason they were created.
Yes.
So,
yes.
Keep it up.
You're doing the Lord's work.
Which Lord?
Allah.
You know it.
But it's really, really funny, and because like the only real contact, it's a guy and his wife, who, like just like John Nuttall and like Amy something,
Yeah.
or but then they both get like Arabic names, and yeah, they're just two idiot junkies who live with his grandmother in Surrey, and John is very susceptible to suggestion, and I can't remember how he first started. I think he might have just gotten into Islam on his own, but then just immediately upon I guess seeing a white guy at mosque, just the CSIS asset there, just decided to fucking radicalize him for no reason.
Sure.
But then there's some crazy stuff like there was the one main contact, and then there was another person who was like instrumental in radicalizing him in the first place, and like showing him terrorist videos and getting him into it and all that. And that person was beaten to within an inch of his life, to the point he almost has like he's in a wheelchair, nonverbal, paralyzed, everything, like can't do anything, and he's the only person who could conclusively prove that it was done by CSIS. And it's
shocking.
And like there was video of it. He was beaten at a nightclub in New Westminster.
Yeah.
And it was by the two people he went to the club with.
So presumably other people in that
you almost like that. Yeah, and I think one was maybe arrested and in jail, but nobody knows who he is or his name, or anything about the trial, or anything about any record of the attack,
or any charges,
because everything has been sealed on every level, and not even in the way that most trials are sealed. Like most trials, like the trial was sealed by this judge, but in this one, the judge who sealed it is sealed. Yeah.
Huh.
So it's that part's super interesting. So that part's like intriguing, and then other parts are just funny, because basically it's this guy making this poor dumb junkie think of terrorist plots and then poorly enact them, but never in a way that he could do anything. But the guy is so stupid and lazy, that he would do like half an hour of work and then just play League of Legends all day. And then like on the day, like they were driving up to Whistler to meet the asset, and they were going to go through the plan and how to enact it. And he had done like step 1 of 17 steps that he was supposed to do. And the guy this guy is confirmed to be an RCMP asset.
Yeah.
'Cause this guy, he was just an undercover cop.
Right.
Was understandably frustrated with him because he wasn't fucking doing anything, and everything from the second the RCMP guy gets involved, which is super early, every single thing is recorded, so you have real recordings of everything. I like it. So the RCMP guy gets mad and frustrated, and the poor guy starts crying, and the way you know he's crying was by him saying, unprompted, "I'm not crying."
I'm not crying.
So yeah, it's an absolute delight and like super interesting. So shouts out to John Nuttall and Amanda Karodi.
There you go.
2 Muslims.
Noted Muslim names.
Who tried to blow up the Capitol.
Yeah.
On our nation's birthday.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Check it out. Pressure Cooker. Very funny podcast. I laughed.
Unlike this podcast.
I laughed a lot.
Much unlike this podcast.
They can't all be funny podcasts. Look, if you and I were both failed white junkie Muslim terrorists, then this would be a funny podcast. But ours is not to reason why. Ours is but to do and die.
The fuck does that mean?
I don't know. The have we mentioned
that's a reference from Saving Private Ryan, by the way. That's why
you've seen that movie more times than I have.
And the one time you saw it, you cried like a baby. So and I cry like a baby every time I see it. So
yeah. Have we mentioned that this is season 5, episode 2?
We are right now. Right now.
Right on time,
bitch. 5 minutes over, but whatever.
Pretty good.
No, bitch.
So I think it's time for some content. We've been doing a lot of
fucking one.
I know. I feel like you guys have been overloaded with content this season. We find ourselves in what can it's probably only the 16th or 17th episode of the season, and here we are in episode 2 already. What? It seems like too much.
Seems like too much.
Seems like we've
been giving you a lot.
Seems like we should have waited another 13 episodes for episode 2.
Probably.
But because we give and we give and we give, here we are with the second ever Tigger. Tigr.
Careful.
Tigger. I can say it.
Careful.
Oh man, if that is what gets us like AI demonetized because the AI heard it wrong,
no,
I'll be pissed. Because I think on the burned DVD of Natural Born Killers I watched, there were some. It feels like a 1994 AI did the subtitles, because there were words that were just wrong, and like if a person had been manually doing the subtitles, they would and spoke English. They would understand from context that the words they're writing are wrong. Because there's a part near the end. Spoiler, we're talking about the end of the movie we're doing right now. It's Woody's saying to handsome Robert Downey Jr. that it's fate, which has been talked about throughout the whole movie. Yeah. Subtitle: it's faked. Faked. I'm like, no, subtitles. They didn't fake all the murders we watched. It's fate. Stupid.
I'm gonna be mean for a second, but only for a second.
Before you do, to whom? Because if it's me, I cannot take it.
It's gonna be you.
Is it?
You're a man in your
early 20s.
In the range of 30.
In the prime of his life.
In the range of 30.
Uh-huh.
Why do you need subtitles?
So I can fast forward and still see the words.
You can fast forward out the words. Not everything in every movie is important to know.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
I've never missed a line of dialogue.
All right, well, maybe
that's why.
You're just a sad old man. You're just a sad old man.
And I can't hear the words.
Who's talking? So
Internal Affairs was in on it the whole time? What are you talking about?
So.
Oh, I got one other piece of news.
Scott, you're breaking the promise.
I'm breaking the promise, but it's important news.
I don't think it is.
It's time sensitive.
I don't think it is at all.
It's highly time sensitive.
I don't think it is at all.
Look, I'm just reading what my notes say, and it has stars and asterisks and ampersands all around it. So I feel like this is a now thing and not a later thing. My phone auto-corrected gay to fat.
Yeah.
I don't appreciate that, phone. Just because all the gay people I know are fat and all the fat people I know are gay, I don't think you should be making choices like that, phone. I think you leave that up to Daddy.
I think you leave that up to you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
So that's it for the news. And on to, I didn't look up the year, but I was so confident that it was 1994 that that's what I'm going to call it.
Are you just going to stick with it?
Are you okay with that?
Well, it's right, so yes.
Well, then good. Now I feel a lot better. So this is, look, this should be very easy for everyone to follow, because we're doing, at this point, on average, one of these at least, if not more, every 8 or 9 episodes. So
I think at this point we're going to be doing a lot more of them.
I think we are going to be doing more,
unless people want to keep giving us money for requests.
You can also do that. Unless you're a big Roger Moore fan, and who isn't?
I can't say I'm a big fan. I can't even say I'm a fan.
Would you put him in your top 6 Bonds?
Barely.
Connery, Brosnan, Lazenby, Dalton, Craig, Black Woman, and then
Woody Allen.
Roger Moore, and Woody Allen's the worst one. We don't... Oh, I was going to say we don't like Woody Allen on this podcast because I want this to be a center-left podcast, but also we fucking love Woody Allen.
Fucking love.
And I can't do it. Look, I'll make a lot of compromises politically and ideology-wise. I will never say I don't like Woody Allen.
Me neither. I mean, what did he do?
What did he even do?
Not related. And also, it's her word versus his, and I believe his.
Yeah. He's not a liar. He doesn't look like a liar. Except he... Except he really looks like a liar. But besides that, what did he do? What did he do?
He fell in love with a woman who's not his blood relative.
And then also molested his blood relative. Who's even younger.
I'm only focused on that part.
We're just doing Sun Yi.
We're just doing Sun Yi.
Everything else is incidental.
Yeah. Hearsay.
Yeah.
Secondary information.
That's fair. Do you like seeing Juliette Lewis in roles that she should be playing like this one? Psychos and artards.
Yes.
And she kind of gets to do both in this one.
Yes, but also she's very unattractive. And I can't say I care for that.
Handsome woman, you say?
Yes. Did we say what movie it was?
It said Natural Born Killers, 1994, right. And we're deciding if this is good, right?
Yeah. This is
I'm trying to get some
right?
I'm trying to get some branding.
Branding, Tigger. Not to be confused with other words that have been said on this podcast in the past.
This is a joke just for us. So sorry, listeners. Branding Tigger the Third.
Ah! Well, it's better than what we would call him. So, yep. Anywho, yeah, Oliver Stone directed this. It's kind of a different movie than what he would normally direct.
Boring movies about presidents.
I mean, there's one of those.
Two
of those.
3.
W's not boring.
Oh, we are on wildly different.
I mean,
W is the most boring. I hate W.
I like when he does the drugs. That's fun.
I think W is the most boring. Nixon kind of boring.
No, Nixon's way more boring than W.
Nixon, I don't know about
Nixon is borderline unwatchable.
I think W is too.
Well, then we're going to have to agree to disagree.
And then it's just a matter of, it's obviously long, but if you think JFK is boring.
No, I like JFK.
I
like JFK.
It's easily the best of the 3.
Yes.
And is that it for Stone president movies?
Yes, I think so.
He's going to do more. He's going to do a Trump.
Well,
right?
then he also did the documentary where he went and talked to all the South American dictators. And made them seem like real
guys,
relatable people who we shouldn't be mean about.
He became best friends with every South American dictator.
Like he legitimately did.
Yeah, I like that move. But this is oh boy, this is
what happened there?
It was a burp. It was a burp that went into remission. It gave me lung cancer. This is definitely it's not a boring Oliver Stone movie.
Not at all.
Although for almost the first half, because we've both seen this before, but not in a long time, which is, for the most part, movies we'll be sticking to for this topic. So I didn't really remember how the movie went, but we got like 50 minutes into the 2 hours, and I'm like, is the whole movie them just running around killing people, occasionally getting into a fight, and then making up? I'm like, is that a movie?
Oh, yeah. No. I knew the whole second half was like the
completely
stuff.
Completely forgot the second half. Yeah. So, and it was funny. Right as I was thinking that is when they got arrested.
Nice.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay. So there is a second act. Okay. Because like it's a long first act. Not
pretty long.
Not boring per se, but pretty one note.
Yeah, very one note. Yeah. But it's to establish just like how fucking crazy and evil they are. They're crazy for this one.
Are we supposed to like them or not like them?
I don't know.
I like them.
I kind of like them.
The opening scenes at a diner where they do I don't think it's no, it's definitely not their first. We open in media res at in a diner where they do one of a number of mass murders. But the waitress, who I think the first character we see, because they were billed in order of appearance and she was first.
Yeah,
and also I think her first name is O-Lan.
Yes,
which is crazy. That's not a name at all. But the first note I took was, does this waitress play a lot of trashy bitches, or do I just remember her from this iconic trashy bitch role? She in fact plays a lot of trashy bitches. She's played this waitress type character, sometimes this, but on a motorcycle or something.
Yeah.
Like 30 different times.
Is she in...
Is she Katie Sagal in Sons of Anarchy? Yes.
I can picture her doing this role, but in a comedy.
For sure.
Is it Dumb and Dumber? Or is it...
Has she... Yeah, I think she has worked in another diner. Well, I'm going to search O-Lan on IMDb, because she's the only Olan Jones.
Olan Jones.
Also a composer, apparently. She's done music for a bunch of stuff.
Okay.
The press has referred to her as uncategorizable.
Okay.
I found it pretty easy. Trashy bitch. I think the movie is Mars Attacks.
Mars Attacks.
Right?
Yeah. I knew I could picture her in that kind of environment, but in a comedy.
That's the one.
Although is Mars Attacks a comedy?
Yeah. No, it's a comedy for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's also a biker chick in Beethoven.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Beethoven's
5?
Beethoven's first.
Okay.
I think she teaches him to ride a motorcycle.
Nice.
Yeah, it's really cool.
My first note is, if Woody's going to have hair, I would like for it to be red and curly, please.
Where's the clown hair, Woody? Where's the damn clown hair? Okay, that takes me to a later note that I'm just going to get into now. There were some scenes in this where Woody's looking like real cut and athletic and jumping over stuff, and I'm like, has Woody ever been in a superhero movie? I'm like, oh yeah,
Defendor.
Well, yeah, Defendor and obviously Carnage.
Yeah.
And
you mean the movie where he was mostly CG, so it didn't matter if he was in good shape?
Yeah, nor did it matter if he was even there.
Correct.
But because then I got sad. I'm like, Woody seems like too cool for that, and I wish he hadn't done it. Or if he had done it, he had done it in the red curly clown wig.
That's right. That's all I want.
I just want consistency between Venom and Venom Let There Be Carnage. I don't think that's too much to ask.
It is not too much to ask.
Both are beautiful romantic comedies between Tom Hardy and Tom Hardy.
Yeah. It's a gay romantic comedy.
It's a gay romantic comedy.
Which is all we're asking for.
And all I want is Woody Harrelson's clown hair not to change from 1 to 2.
I agree. I don't know why he couldn't just stick with it.
But yeah, it got me like thinking about that and just wishing he hadn't. And then I'm like, I would love for someone to put out a list of actors who have repeatedly turned down superhero roles because they know they're gay regardless of the money, because they know the roles are gay, not the actors are gay. Maybe the actors are also gay.
I mean, Keanu's in that list. They've offered him every role since John Wick 1.
Yeah.
And he said no to everything.
Yeah. So shout out to Keanu. But there's got to be some others.
There's got to be so many others
in the mix
that were just like,
that I would love to give credit to.
Yeah.
Because I respect that. And I don't respect anyone who's ever done a Marvel or DC movie. Go to hell, Michael Keaton. You're my least favorite actor. I didn't cry when you didn't win Best Actor, and a gay woman beat you.
Gay woman, you say?
Didn't he play a gay woman?
He played a trans woman.
What's the difference? Got him.
Anyway,
fuck. You fell into my trap.
my second note is, I think it's when they're... Is it in the diner, or maybe it's like over the opening credits?
Mm-hmm.
There's a Leonard Cohen song playing.
Yes.
And I was like...
Leonard Talk singing over it.
Leonard Cohen is such an anomaly because he's not technically singing.
No.
But like his music is good.
His music is good.
But like he's not singing.
Yeah.
It's so weird. It's like Tom Waits.
Yeah.
Like
I thought it might have been Tom Waits. I'm like, because I was trying to think, 1994, how fucked up was Tom Waits' voice? I'm thinking it's probably a little more fucked up than this. Leonard Cohen.
Leonard Cohen.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, like he makes good music.
Yeah.
But he's just not actively singing.
No, he chooses not to sing.
Weird.
What's crazy is he has a beautiful falsetto singing voice, and he never uses it. He just sings. And now he's dead, so we'll never get to hear it.
Damn it.
Oh,
Although he did do the theme song to True Detective.
He did.
Which is a great song.
It is a great song.
Yeah.
Do you remember one of the cringiest moments in history on Saturday Night Live, which covers some ground?
Yeah.
It was the week that Trump won, and also the week that Leonard Cohen died. And Kate McKinnon sang and played piano dressed as Hillary Clinton. She sang like Hallelujah.
Oh, I don't remember that.
It's one of the worst things I've ever seen. Not because she sang it bad. She sang it fine. It's just, it was so fucking cringy. Because it wasn't, it was played as not comedy.
Yeah.
Like they were so sad that Hillary lost.
Yeah.
And instead of doing things on a comedy show about it, they sang a song by a guy who just died.
Yeah.
I'm like...
Yeah, that's pretty weird.
It was embarrassing. So what else is going on?
I mean, yeah.
My second note is a glass of skim milk with your pie, barf.
And then it was chocolate milk. It wasn't even skim milk.
Oh, I didn't even...
He said no fat milk.
Yep.
And she gave him chocolate milk.
Well, she's a bad waitress.
Yeah. And it was chocolate milk.
And also that key lime pie looked like...
Jello.
Jello.
It was Jello.
Had no one... What... you could go either way with your interpretation. Is it a shitty diner who makes pie that bad?
Yeah.
Or had no one
ever seen
on the cast or crew of this movie ever seen a key lime pie?
Both.
Could be both.
Both.
Yeah.
It is a shitty diner, but they thought that that's what key lime pie was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It looked terrible. It was green Jello and a pie crust.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%.
Yeah. There's dairy in key lime pie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not clear like Jello.
No,
it's milky.
It's a milky green.
It's a milky green, and it's delicious.
It's not unlike the color and consistency of my urine. Yeah. Healthy.
Very healthy.
And tastes refreshing.
Tastes the same?
Yeah.
So yeah, we get introduced to them, and then how they meet. And the way that the movie's edited and shot is like... There's a lot of like TV references or like weird style changes.
Yeah,
so...
and even when they're not doing like the TV stuff, the movie is so stylized.
Yeah.
Like they go nutso with the lighting.
They really do. Yeah. Like the lighting's crazy, the editing, like it's almost like every individual scene is like filmed by a different person.
Yeah.
It's all over the place. So we find out why Mallory is the way she is.
Because she was asking for it?
Because she was asking for
wearing
it.
that dress?
And we get the best part of the movie.
It's the best part of the movie.
100% the best part of the movie.
Yeah.
Her father is Rodney Dangerfield.
Yep.
And I've got a nice little note here. According to Oliver Stone, Rodney Dangerfield didn't understand the film during shooting and didn't understand what Stone was trying to do by shooting such a dark subject as a father molesting his daughter in the style of 1950s sitcom. As such, he found it very difficult to perform his part. However, Stone was delighted that when the film came out, Dangerfield's performance was hailed as one of the movie's strongest points.
100%.
It is. My next note is rapey Rodney Dangerfield somehow really worked.
Yeah.
And he made a great incest joke, which was, he's like a shitty abusive dad.
Yeah.
She comes down dressed like a hua. She's going to go out with her friend.
Yeah.
And he gets really mouthy with her. And there's a lot of implication of him beating the shit out of his wife.
Yeah.
And,
who is?
Margot Martindale.
Edie McClurg.
Yes.
The secretary from Ferris Bueller.
Yep.
And one other kind of iconic
Hairspray.
thing. Hairspray.
I think she's in Hairspray.
And there's another kind of 80s one that she's big in, but I can't remember.
Edward Scissorhands.
N-word Scissorhands?
N-word Scissorhands.
We've definitely done that joke before.
Yeah, we have.
There's no way.
It's not unoriginal.
In 12,000 episodes, we haven't said N-word Scissorhands before.
So...
Hold on, I can't...
I'm gonna... While you look, I'm just gonna keep telling my story. God damn it, let me fucking talk. So I
think it's Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Oh yeah, she's the checkout clerk who with the car rental.
Yeah, and
Steve Martin's mad about it.
And she tells them how cool the kids think Ferris Bueller is.
Yes,
it's a shared universe.
It is.
Yeah.
Ferris cost her job. Now she rents cars at the O'Hare International Airport.
But she still thinks he's a righteous dude.
He is a righteous dude.
Yeah.
So yeah. Rodney Dangerfield gets really mouthy, and he's pissed off.
She was in Back to School with Rodney in 1986.
Nice.
They were reunited in this. Love it.
So he gets up, gets in her face,
basically says, "Don't make me rape you."
Like 100%. He's like, "Go upstairs, have a shower, get clean, and I'm gonna come upstairs and see how clean you are."
Yep.
And then he grabs her ass. So she storms off upstairs, and he's getting into an argument with his wife. Then the doorbell rings, and it's Mickey, who's like a meat delivery man.
Yeah.
He's delivering like
I need one of those,
50-pound pork shank or some shit.
I think he said it was beef.
It was beef? Okay.
Yeah, but I need a psycho Woody Harrelson type.
A meat man?
To show up at my door periodically with 50 pounds of beef.
I agree. And so... she answers the door. The mom answers the door. Goes back into the kitchen to talk to Rodney about ordering it.
About why there are 50 pounds.
Why there are 50 pounds. So Mallory comes down and she sees Mickey, and they start sort of like flirting with each other in a very creepy way.
Meet cute.
She storms off with them, and then they go back to the kitchen, and Rodney is like yelling at the wife about the daughter, about Mallory being blah blah. She's like, "And what about him?" And then she says, "Well, he's only here because you stumbled into her room thinking it was me." And then he goes, "Wait, is Mallory my mom?"
Very funny.
And meanwhile, he's got Kiss.
He's got Kiss makeup on.
It's pretty good.
I wrote the canned studio applause after Dangerfield threatens to rape his daughter is very funny.
It's very good. All the canned applause is excellent.
Yeah.
That scene. So they go out on the town, and they do they kill anybody right away? No, they fall in love.
Yeah.
And then he convinces her that we need to kill her parents.
Yeah.
And then we can be free and live on our way.
Yeah.
So they go back to the apartment.
What's Rodney doing when they get back?
Rodney is watching WWF television.
Yep.
And it's a squash match of Tatanka versus some guy.
Oh, you think Daddy didn't look up who it was?
I'm assuming you did, but who was it?
Barry Hardy.
Okay. Uncle of Jeff and Matt.
No relation to Jeff and Matt. Career prelim jobber guy.
Okay. Dead?
I think alive and well, actually.
Okay. Good for him.
He claimed to wrestle as part of the FBI in ECW for 6 to 8 months in 1997, despite there being zero evidence of that fact.
Okay.
He just lied about
Was
being
he in the faction and just didn't wrestle?
No.
Okay.
He did a few jobs in ECW, the end.
Okay.
Yeah. But, good for... You got to make up... I need a realistic lie.
Yeah.
And that's an okay realistic
Not bad.
lie. Like, I was WWF champion for 2.5 years. Not a realistic lie. But I was in a mid-card faction in ECW in 97. Yeah, you could have been, I guess.
I guess so. So he's watching wrestling, and it's Tatanka versus Ben Hardy with Barry Hardy. And he goes, "Hey, there's no action here. What am I watching? A couple of fags?" I was like, and he goes, "Hey, kill the Indian."
Demonetized. Also, the Indian was the good guy.
P.S. I'm quoting.
That's true. That's a quote from a movie.
That was a quote from a movie.
I really didn't like it.
So I'm fine.
It was. I laughed out loud to myself when he called them that.
Yeah. And then he says he wants to beat up the Indian.
Because they were, at least Tatanka kind of was acting like it at the time. Because, so for those who don't know Tatanka, he's a Native American wrestler who relies heavily on the Native American angle of things. And he's a good guy.
He's
and
tomahawk chops.
He did tomahawk
he
chops.
War dance.
Yeah. And when it was time for his comeback after the heel or bad guy had been beating him down, he would do like sort of a war dance thing and not and stop reacting to the heel's punches, kicks, whatnot. And he was kind of dancing around like an F slur. So I'm with Rodney.
Yeah.
Is Charlotte Flair a good guy?
I don't care. Yes.
Fuck off.
Also, her gear is stupid looking.
It looks terrible.
Why does she look like Becky Lynch?
Yeah.
Like, everybody's gear now. Anyways, let's not talk about it.
I'll tell you what the CF stands for. I'll give you a hint. The F is face. And
well. Anyways.
So Tonka's being an F slur.
They can be an F slur. They show back up. They jump Rodney. They beat him up and shove his face into a fish tank.
Woody beats him with a tire iron, and then they drown him in the fish tank.
Then I guess the reason she says is you never stopped him.
Yeah, Edie's in bed as she is wont to be.
They light her on fire.
Yep.
And then they go to the brother or son, who is wearing Clockwork Orange face paint now. And she says, "You're free now, Kevin." And that's it.
They should have killed him.
I guess, but no, that's
I think you don't want to make them irredeemable from the start.
I guess. But if you think about it, like, that's technically her son.
Oh yeah, that is her son. I forgot her brother is actually her rape baby. Incest rape baby. Pardon me.
Great movie.
Incest rape baby.
So this sort of like sets them on their path. Then
they just kind of start killing.
Oh, well, I guess at one point, when he first takes Mallory, he steals Rodney Dangerfield's car.
Yes.
And he gets busted and goes to jail for 2 years.
Right.
And she gives him a hand job in the waiting room.
Okay, I certainly wrote something about that. Where... jail used to be cool, apparently. Just a handy J during public visitation.
Handy J in front of everyone.
In the common room.
No one cared.
Yeah, that was great.
Now they start going on a rampage.
Yeah. And now we're introduced to the coolest show on television, American Maniacs. Starring Robert Downey Jr. as Australian Billy Ray Cyrus.
Yeah, or just doing a Kirk Lazarus before he was in Tropic Thunder.
Yep. Yeah, true. Maybe another shared universe.
I'm Australian, mate.
This is probably just a Scott thing, but
is it autistic related? Then yes.
Yeah. They show like one of the I should have counted if you want to go real autistic, I should have counted the cuts in this movie, but during one of the cuts to like the editing room of American Maniacs show. and RDJ is like yelling at the guy what to keep in, what to cut out, etc. The guy the editor he's telling to is Evan Handler.
I know the name.
Who I know, it was Chelsea's dad, who I know best as the Kramer of short-lived sitcom It's Like You Know.
Okay.
Or his name was, they literally tried to do L.A. Seinfeld.
Bramer?
Shrug. It was...
Did he just do a lot of shrugging?
No, it was just his name. But that was for a while my two white whale one season TV series that I wanted to get my hands on that had no kind of physical release anywhere were It's Like You Know and Action with Jay Moores.
Oh yeah, Jay Moores.
They did put out they eventually put out an Action DVD, and I think the way I got It's Like You Know, I think there was some site where people just sold burned copies of TV series and maybe movies also that had like no actual commercial release.
Okay.
Yeah, so I somewhere I've got 6 burned discs of the 18 total episodes of It's Like You Know. And because I thought it was funny then, I bet it's really bad. But maybe one day I'll revisit
it. Yeah.
Yeah. It had Jennifer Grey as herself.
Weird.
Yeah, she was like just one of the like 4 friends.
Okay, well I guess they are in LA, right?
Yeah, and I think all they did was talk about her nose job. I think most of the show was just talking about Jennifer Grey's real life nose job. Ferris Bueller's sister. Callback.
Yeah, that's true. The original girlfriend of Marty McFly in the Back to the Future franchise before they replaced her with what the fuck is her name?
Oh. Shit.
Elizabeth Shue.
That's the one. The and before they replaced Michael J. Fox with Eric Stoltz.
Yeah, that's the way.
In my version of the Flash universe,
yeah.
I'm in that universe.
Oh,
where Eric Stoltz is
cool
is Marty, and Ezra Miller still sucks. It's did you know that's the only thing that's consistent over every possible universe and timeline? Is that Ezra Miller fucking sucks.
I can see that.
Yeah. We need to talk about Ezra.
We shouldn't.
His pardon me, their only good role. Oh, you're a kidnapper, torturer, monster. Yeah, but I'm also non-binary, so you can't be mad at me.
Yeah, I'm not really a person anymore, so you can't be mad.
I'm not really a person anymore. We got him. What else is going on here? It's Shrug from It's Like You Know! ! Them when they're making their grand plans for their life, and going out on a big boat in the middle of the lake and living on it and fantasizing about their 26-inch Sony TV.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That was fun. Times change. Your computer monitor is bigger than 26 inches.
My dick's bigger than 26 inches. That's why I keep passing out.
Sorry, I'm if you
hear any silences, it's because all the blood
because
rushed to my
penis is full of blood. It's full of all the blood in my body.
It's a shame I'm a non-penetrative bottom, so it doesn't matter.
Such a waste.
We know somebody else with a big penis that doesn't use it.
Mm-hmm. Also a non-penetrative bottom.
Coward.
Pretty soon we got introduced to only mildly fucked up Tom Sizemore.
He's pretty normal.
He's pretty good. Yeah. He went down fast, actually.
Well, he got fat real fast.
Yeah.
And then all the cocaine, all the hookers making that porno.
Mm-hmm.
Gross. Who's that for?
I'm not sure who that's for, quite honestly. But he's like a super cop. Or at least thinks he's a super cop.
He does think he's a super cop.
He's written a book about himself.
Well, that's later.
No, it's referenced in the first scene he's in.
Is it really?
Yeah, the book was around before even the Mickey and Mallory stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Talking about his book, Scagnetti on Scagnetti.
Yeah. Apparently,
so he's on the case and he's pissed.
Yeah. Apparently, there were 18 different film formats used in this movie.
I do not doubt that. I feel like 17 of them were used in their wedding scene on the bridge.
Yeah. Well, there was that.
Because they had like regular, they had like 70s handy cam.
Yep.
And another 15.
Well, then a lot of it's in the prison later.
Yeah.
There's a lot of that shit in the where he's like, at one point the guy's like, I got Betamax.
Yep.
Something. I can probably get a picture on that. Yep. You're like, what? Doesn't make any sense.
Yep. We had some beta action. Better than VHS.
Apparently,
more lines of resolution.
Apparently, Woody got the job because Oliver Stone said that he has the look of violence in his eyes.
I can confirm that because I saw Woody Harrelson get off a plane, and I have never seen someone look more psychotic in my life.
Well, good for him.
He's like he had a handler just like guiding him to where he not for protection.
Not this way.
Yeah,
over here.
Like it wasn't like celebrity who needs an entourage or protection.
Yeah,
it was to show this lunatic where to go.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I did not realize that the soundtrack was mixed by Trent Reznor.
Oh, his first soundtrack.
I
I didn't realize that the story was by Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah, and apparently Tarantino claims that he hated the final version of the film up until meeting Johnny Cash in an elevator once, and Cash told Tarantino that both he and his wife June were huge fans of his, and that they especially liked this movie.
Oh, and then he decided he liked it too? Yeah. Nice.
Apparently, originally Oliver Stone wanted Snoop Dogg involved in the soundtrack, but Warner Brothers wouldn't allow it as Snoop Dogg was on trial for murder at the time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, back when Snoop Dogg was a gangster and not a guy who did cooking shows with Martha Stewart.
Yep. And looks like an old lesbian mom.
Yeah, he looks awesome now.
Apparently, all of Rodney Dangerfield's lines and stuff were all made up by him.
Oh, sick.
Stone did not give him a script with dialogue.
That's awesome.
I just told him to be the father from hell.
Oh, Rodney's the best. I can't wait to start my career at 60.
The film contains almost 3,000 cuts.
So someone did count.
Most
Excellent.
films have 600 to 700.
This was very cutty.
Negative cutter Donna Bassett
suffered a nervous breakdown.
Cut 4,000 negative images into the film, the most complex job ever undertaken by a negative cutter.
I'm a little surprised, but not that surprised. I mean, if something had to be, this kind of makes sense as what it was.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, this was, there's so much just like, quick cut to a shot of Woody as the devil or some other guy as the devil.
Just the devil.
There are like 10 devils in this.
Cut. It's like watching this shit.
It is like watching...
Although not anymore, really, I guess.
Like watching 2019 WWE.
Yeah. So they get strung out on drugs. They go to rob a pharmacy, kind of, but it's laid out like it's a grocery store, but it's just drugs.
Sort of, yeah.
Yeah. And look who's back from COVID.
Good.
So the guy pushes the
well, they both got bitten by rattlesnakes.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And they needed the snake juice.
That's right, because they run into a Native American
who's nice.
Yeah, and
a Tatanka type.
And they
one of the good ones they're calling.
Except for Rodney Dangerfield would want him to get killed.
Yes.
In spoiler, he does. So they
Woody has like a fever dream flashback and just wakes up and goes blam blam blam, dead Indian.
Yeah. So he kills him. They're leaving.
The first one they feel bad about. They've done about 50.
They're leaving. They're running through like the desert. There's like 1 million rattlesnakes that were all real.
Oh.
There's a note about it.
Huh. Yeah, it's like a rattlesnake breeding ground.
Oh. Over 150 rattlesnakes were used for the scene where Mickey and Mallory tread through the snake field.
Why would you need to use real rattlesnakes?
Initially, there were concerns that the actor and actress would be working too close to so many venomous snakes, but since the scene was filmed at night, and since snakes are very sluggish in colder temperatures, most of the rattlesnakes slept through the filming of the scene.
That was me in the main event. I slept through most of the scenes. You can barely tell, though. I still look very animated. Look, I'm as distracted by John Cena's bald spot as you are.
Yep, I always am. I guess because LA Knight's got higher shoes, but I'm like, he's a lot taller than Cena, but he's got fucking Timberlands on.
Yeah.
Anyways,
John Cena's 5'7".
Oh, he'd be huge in Japan.
Yeah, that's why he moved to China.
John China.
Yeah.
All right, no more wrestling. No more wrestling! We're going to sit here in the dark. We're going to finish this goddamn episode, and then I'm going to murder you.
Okay.
Yeah, so they get bitten by rattlesnakes. They go to the pharmacy to get drugs for their bites. There's one clerk working, but they're like both kind of losing it.
Yeah.
And so the clerk pushes the silent alarm. Woody finds out, goes to rob him, goes to kill him.
Yeah.
But then the police show up. They get Mallory,
including Super Cop Jack Scagnetti.
Jack Scagnetti. They get her. He's inside having to shoot up with the cops. Scagnetti's gonna cut her fucking tits off.
That was so awesome.
And Woody's like, "Go ahead,
Tom Sizemore,
silicone one."
Tom Sizemore screaming, "I'm gonna cut her tits off."
Yeah.
And Woody calling his bluff, saying, "Yeah, go ahead. We'll get some big old silicone honkers." But then he starts cutting her tits up, and we're just like, "Whoa, stop! You called my bluff."
Got him. Yeah, so he gets arrested. They go to prison.
Yep.
Why are they holding Mallory in an all-male prison?
Is this a co-ed prison? Asks Scott yesterday.
No, it's not. She's the only female.
Yeah.
Because then there's spoiler alert, there's a riot. In the riot, it's all men.
It's a men's prison.
No women.
It's a men's prison plus Mallory.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
It's very strange. Why they would keep them in the same building?
I mean, you need them in the same building for the movie.
I know.
But logically, it makes no sense.
Let's pick it apart. So, the idea is that Kirk Lazarus, a.k.a. Robert Downey Jr., is going to do like a big interview with Mickey after the Super Bowl.
Big ratings.
Huge ratings. Everybody's already watching TV, and then during the time of when they get arrested to this, they are showing people like outside the courthouse who are like obsessed with Mickey and Mallory, and they're like, "Oh, like if I was ever to be a serial killer, like I would be Mickey and Mallory."
Yeah. Look, I don't think you should be out murdering a bunch of people, but if I was a mass murderer, I'd probably be Mickey and Mallory.
So, like, Oliver Stone has said that, like, the intention of the whole movie was to state the fact of how, like, America is obsessed with glorifying serial killers. Yeah. Which is very true. Yeah.
Which has been done.
Every white woman fucks dogs and loves murderers.
For sure. Yeah. Like, but this has been done before, like Bonnie and Clyde.
Oh, yeah, I know. But, like, the intention was for it to be that kind of movie. Yeah. And then it's just, like, way more violent than normal. Yeah. So, Robert Downey Jr. is going to have the interview with him in the prison during the Super Bowl or after the Super Bowl. So we meet the warden of the prison,
crazy ass facial hair, Tommy Lee Jones.
Was so good. This is like Two-Face levels.
Oh, did I write that? I'm like, was this also Two-Face?
Harvey Dent was also the warden of
Harvey Dent was the warden in Natural Born Killers.
And then went on to be the district attorney for Gotham. Yeah. Got his face melted. Yeah. And then became a crazy person.
Yeah. Yeah. But was also already a crazy person.
But was also already a crazy person.
As we saw in his performance as the warden in Natural Born Killers. Because he's bonkers nutso.
Bonkers nutso.
Yeah. Like crazy over the top.
Yeah. Yeah.
And his facial hair
trigger. Like snaps at a hair trigger.
He has a facial hair trigger. He's got a pencil mustache and then like angled thin sideburns.
Yeah, it's very gross looking.
It's amazing.
It's a disgusting look.
Yeah. Yeah. He's like a villain in a Western.
You should do it.
I should.
You'd look good like that.
I'll give it a shot.
Okay. So he's, they're going through like all the protocols of what's going to happen. Meanwhile, Scagnetti shows up because they're essentially going to use him to like, I don't know, interrogate and assault Mallory.
Yeah. In hindsight with everything that happened, I'm like, oh, was he only there to fuck Mallory?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. Like, that they brought him in.
It doesn't seem like he's trying to get any information out of her. He just actually wants to fuck her.
Yeah, and they just immediately start talking about sex, and then he like starts getting naked, and he makes her like twist his nipples. Yeah. And then they start making out, and he makes like all these like very simpy, gross noises that I did not appreciate.
Didn't like him.
And then she attacks him, and I think the note here is she actually broke his nose when she slammed his face into the wall. Damn. And him yelling, "You broke my nose, you bitch," or whatever, was ad-libbed by him because she broke his nose.
Nice. I wonder if that's what started Tom Sizemore's descent into madness.
Oh, could be.
Maybe he got painkillers,
which led to cocaine, which led to hookers, which led to porn,
which led to losing his goddamn mind. And also, I don't know if I knew until I looked it up yesterday that he died this year.
I knew. I was sad. He's my hero.
He's your favorite person.
He's my favorite actor.
Yeah.
I mean, he's in Saving Private Ryan.
He is in Saving Private Ryan.
And he dies in Saving Private Ryan. And that's also kind of a sad
How many
part of
times does Tom... He dies... Does he die in every movie?
I think so.
Does he ever survive?
He must be a guy who dies in a lot of movies.
Yeah.
Does he die...
In this? Yes, spoiler.
Yeah, spoiler. Reservoir Dogs? He dies in Reservoir Dogs, right?
Probably. Yeah, I think so. Most people do.
I would look it up, but the laptop's so far away from my hand.
No, I feel you.
Typing is hard.
I like the brief cameo by Stephen Wright as the psychiatrist. I'm like, really? He's this fella's doing your analysis.
Doing your analysis?
And presenting it back to you as a snappy one-liner.
He does... Oh, this is a nice list of all the movies he dies in. He did not die in Reservoir Dogs.
Oh, good for him.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He dies in 10 movies.
Okay, it's good numbers.
Yeah.
One thing, I think it was right before Sizemore trying to fuck Juliette Lewis. I wrote, I have zero doubt that Juliette Lewis, the person, can legit blow smoke rings. That seems very on brand for her.
Yeah,
that didn't seem fake or someone else. Like, no, that's Juliette Lewis blowing smoke.
She's trash like that.
Yeah, she's
ugly.
That kind of gal.
She's ugly.
Yeah, big forehead,
Weaselly looking features.
Weaselly features. Yeah. She has a few things working against her. I think maybe when Robert Downey was trying to convince Mickey to do the interview, he was telling him about big moments in television history. The funniest one in hindsight being Elton John confessing his bisexuality to Rolling Stone. I'm like, bisexual Elton John. Simpler times.
Easier times.
Simpler times.
Yeah.
And then also he just did a throwaway line that I'm convinced was an ad lib by Robert Downey Jr. As he was saying, well, hurry up because I have to go do a benefit for homeless transsexual veterans. You just don't hear transsexual much anymore.
You don't.
Except on this podcast.
Well, it's because we're just stating the facts. We're quoting the movie, so we're allowed to say whatever we want.
Yep.
You can call wrestlers F-slurs. It's fine.
You can go black
as long
people,
as you're quoting
and if you're watching
Rodney Dangerfield.
And if you're watching the movie 42, you can
just do all the dialogue from Alan Tudyk.
Yep.
So they do the interview, and Woody's kind of doing like an insane man's ramblings.
He does say that he's a natural born killer.
He does say it. I did do the.
He said it.
I did do that.
Yep.
But yeah, he goes on an insane man's ramblings about the world and his beliefs in why no one's innocent and how everybody is just it's natural selection.
Yeah.
And Robert Denny's trying to get him to to admit that he has a human side.
Yeah.
And do you regret anything?
And that he's just an asshole.
And he just says I kind of wish I didn't kill the Indian, but other than that, not really. So then they end the interview. And then, for whatever reason, Woody's not handcuffed immediately.
No.
They're like, okay, interview's over. Just get up, stretch your legs.
Loose Woody.
Kind of wander around. So he wanders around and tells a joke. A terrible joke. It's not even funny. But all the cops in the room are, losing their minds at how funny it is.
Yeah.
It was not a funny joke.
It was not a good joke.
Yeah, it was not a good joke at all. But they're all, howling like it's the funniest thing ever.
Yeah.
Woody grabs a gun. He blows away all the guards. Then he pretty much gives them the ultimatum of, Robert Downey is still alive. He tells a cameraman to get a camera. And he's like, fucking follow me. We're getting Mallory.
Yeah.
And at this point, right before that, Tommy Lee Jones gets informed that there is a riot in the prison because they've been watching the interview, all the prisoners, and what Woody Harrelson has been saying resonates with them, and they're kind of we
should do a riot.
Yeah, time to prove prove that we're evil, that we're monsters.
Yeah.
And so they start rioting. Then Woody kills everybody.
Yeah.
And then they have to go pretty much from one end of the prison to the other end of the prison to save Mallory. Which it's super hectic. Like it's partial, like some of it's handheld for like by the cameraman.
Yeah.
And then some of it's like, actual like footage, but like it's very hectic. It's very like unnerving, and you're running through these hallways with all these people. People are being murdered. There's gunshots going off. It's like weirdly lit. They finally get to Mallory's room, which during the time of this happening, she's started to kick Tom Sizemore's fucking ass
after he maced the shit out of her. Which did not bring back any past trauma for me.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So that was fine.
So yeah, Beat starts beating the shit out of him, gets maced. He's gonna kill her.
Yeah.
And then just before he gets a chance to, Mickey and all them show up, kills the guards. There's like a big shootout, and then they sort of like have a Mexican standoff, if you're allowed to call it that, where
sure.
And
a Latinx standoff,
and they're shit talking each other, and then Woody realizes that Mallory is getting up behind Tom Sizemore, and he goes, "All right, you fucking won," and he goes, "You're goddamn right, I won," and then she fucking stabs him in the throat and just slices his neck open. Like the gore in this is crazy towards the end.
But then he doesn't even die all the way.
Doesn't die all the way, no.
And then she blows his head off.
Then she blows his fucking head off. Yeah. So now they got to try and escape the prison.
Yeah.
But they're caught up in all the rioting, and then like the riot gear police come, or the SWAT team or whatever. They start kicking a lot of ass, and they meet random what the hell's his name? Arliss something. He was Peter Ludlow in The Lost World Jurassic Park.
Oh, of course.
And he sort of like guides them to a hidden passageway.
For some reason, I remember his name was Owen in the movie.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah. And he says like, I have this way to like I can get you out
through
if you
the
follow
boiler
me.
room.
And then they're like, how do you know this place? Like, I just go here when I need to be quiet.
When shit's going down.
So they're trying to escape. They still got Robert Downey Jr. They still got the cameraman.
Robert Downey Jr., who's basically has Stockholm syndrome now.
Yes.
Like when the SWAT team is like firing at them,
Downey
grabs a gun and goes nuts.
And he's yelling at them.
Very, very fun.
Yeah, and starts firing at them. Like he's part of the team. And then he's saying, like, I think he says to Mickey at one point, like, I've never felt so alive in my life.
Yeah.
And so they go to escape.
Turns out Mickey was right.
So they go to escape. A bunch of the cons have the warden's like number one security guard guy, and they're trying to barter, and they're like, nah, he's already fucking dead, and then they're just like, shoot. So they unload and kill all these prisoners.
Yeah.
And then they're trying to escape, and the like camera guy gets killed, but they make Robert Downey Jr. carry the camera because they still want to keep documenting this. Meanwhile, this is being broadcast live on the news.
Yeah.
Because they got word and whatever. They put up on the news.
Their beta camcorder has a satellite
uplink live feed. Yep, of course. Makes sense. So they do manage to escape.
Yep.
And then it kind of like cuts.
Tommy Lee Jones is torn limb from
limb. Probably raped while doing it.
They have in 30 seconds they have his head on a stake.
Yes.
Yeah.
Easy. You just grab and pull. It's like nothing. Pop. So they escape. There's a quick cut, and then they cut to them in like a field in black and white.
Yeah.
Where they're holding the camera on him. He's got like a blown off ear, and then Mallory had shot him in the hand earlier.
Yeah.
And he's sort of like introducing them, and then they give him the camera. They do like a quick spiel about, same thing he was doing in the interview, that nobody's innocent, and then their final act is to kill Robert Downey Jr.
But he's like, but you always leave a witness, and they're like, yeah, we got the camera, dum dum, blam 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 blam.
Shoot holes in him. Well, he tries to run away, which is very funny,
and they're like, hey, don't be a bitch.
Yeah, have some dignity.
Yeah,
and then he comes back. He tries to talk them down. He tries to sell them like, oh, we can do like talk show circuit. We can hide low for a while.
Yeah, we'll go do Donahue and then hide, and then we'll do Oprah and hide.
It's not gonna work, but okay. So they fucking blow him away, and then bingo bango, brother, no more punk.
Yep, it was. So was it good?
Yeah.
It's pretty good, right?
It's great. Yeah,
like it has its issues, but it's very interesting. It's not boring.
No.
Woody and Juliet do a good job.
Yeah, Rodney Dangerfield was great.
Dangerfield's
Tommy
amazing.
Jones was great. Robert Downey Jr. was great.
Yeah,
like the
lots
cast,
of fun performances.
The cast was really good.
Yeah,
it wasn't like boring. It was not kind of nonstop. Very hectic, like very crazy.
Yeah.
If you'd like to hear an interesting story about it. In an infamous incident after the film had been released, Oliver Stone and Time Warner were sued by Patsy Byers with the support of author and producer John Grisham. In March 1995, 18-year-old Sarah Edmondson and her boyfriend Benjamin Darris, also 18, allegedly dropped acid and watched the movie. Later that night, Sarah shot and paralyzed Byers, a store clerk, and Benjamin killed a cotton gin manager, William Savage, in Hernando, Mississippi. John Grisham was a personal friend of Savage, and after the murder, Grisham publicly accused Oliver Stone of being irresponsible in making the film, arguing that filmmakers should be held accountable for their work when it incites violent behavior. Byers decided to take legal action against Stone in the studio, and supported by Grisham, she used a product liability claim in the lawsuit, which argued that Stone had incited the teenagers to commit the crime. Initially, the case was dismissed in January 1997 on the grounds that filmmakers and production companies are protected by the First Amendment. Yep. However, in May 1998, the Intermediate Louisiana Court of Appeals overturned the lower court's decision, and the case went ahead. The attorney for Byers attempted to prove that Oliver Stone and Time Warner were culpable in the murders and in Byers' injuries because they had purposefully meant to incite violence by distributing a film that knew or should have known would cause and inspire people to commit crimes. All of Hollywood eagerly awaited the outcome of the trial because if Stone was found guilty, it would mean a drastic re-examination.
No more violent movies.
It would be a drastic re-examination of the industry practices and would carry all kinds of fear-reaching implications as regard to the content of movies. However, in a landmark decision, Byers' action was thrown out of court in March 2001, and its dismissal was confirmed by the Louisiana Court of Appeals in June 2002.
That is interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could have actually fucked up movies.
That would have been a real hard time to make anything after that.
Yeah.
Like, you can't do anything that's realistic violence or crime or murder or anything like that.
So that means you don't get John Wick, which means Keanu has to do superhero movies. So Keanu is Superman now.
But what about Nick Cage?
And Nick Cage is Superman.
Nice.
They're co-Supermen.
I know, that's not important. That's also not that interesting. I don't know if there's anything else that... the film features Rodney Dangerfield's only dramatic performance. I would say it was still a comedy, but...
I mean, you can't be Rodney Dangerfield and not be funny, even when you're threatening to rape your daughter. Like, that's how funny he is. So, I mean, he did his... It was performed dramatically, but it was just still funny because he's funny.
Oh, the original Mickey was Michael Madsen.
Okay.
But Warner
Even
Brothers,
more Tarantino.
But Warner Brothers wanted somebody less intimidating with a softer persona, as they felt that this might alleviate the brutality of the character. And Steve Buscemi and Tim Roth were both originally offered the role of Wayne Gale.
So just the entire
Robert Downey Jr.
Oh, wait. Okay, is that like... So they just offered stuff to the entire cast of Reservoir Dogs.
Yes, but... they did...
And Pulp Fiction.
Told them he would know. The reason they didn't is because Tarantino had said if they took the role that he would not cast either of them in his next movie. I don't know why, but he obviously fucking did. Oh, the two characters are loosely based after the same two characters from Terrence Malick's Badlands.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I saw that. Terrence Malick, your favorite director?
I mean, I like one movie he did.
Badlands?
No.
Oh.
Arliss Howard was his name.
Arliss Howard.
When
you said Arliss, the only Arliss I could think of was HBO's Arliss, played by Robert Wool.
Wow, that's quite the pull.
Only because he's a regular guest star on American Dad
as
himself.
Okay, weird.
Reminding people that he was on Arliss.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything else really super fun in the trivia. Chris Penn turned down the role of Scagnetti in favor of True Romance.
Killed him.
The wrong Penn died.
I think we can all agree the wrong Penn died.
Gary Oldman and James Woods were in the original running for Scagnetti. I like this note. Both Robert Downey Jr. and Tom Sizemore served time in prison for drug-related offenses.
You know what? That's a fun fact. Downey before this and Sizemore after?
Yep. Yeah. Dennis Leary shot scenes for the film, but they were cut out.
Huh.
Leary didn't mind as he didn't get along with Oliver Stone and thought that he was out of his mind.
I like that.
Oliver Stone offered the role of Warden McCluskey to Jack Palance, but he turned it down because the script was too violent.
No one could have done what was done in the movie better than Tommy Lee Jones. Someone else would have done something different. No one else could have played Two-Face as the prison warden better than Tommy Lee Jones.
Absolutely. That was the perfect casting. It has 2 Oscar winners in the movie. Can you name the 2?
Are they actors?
Yep.
RDJ?
Nope. What does RDJ win an Oscar for?
He was nominated.
He's been nominated
for Buddy Holly, but didn't win apparently.
Chaplin is what he was nominated for.
And by Buddy Holly, I mean Chaplin. Gary Busey was Buddy Holly.
I don't know. Was he?
Right?
I don't know, man. You tell me.
You're no.
I've never seen Buddy Holly.
Neither have I, but I am still allowed to know things.
Oh,
Edie McClurg.
Nice.
She won Best Lead Actress for Ferris Bueller.
She was the star of that movie.
Who are the Oscar winners in this? Woody hasn't won.
No.
Has Juliette Lewis won an Oscar?
No, thank God. She's
Tommy Lee must have an award.
Tommy Lee's got an Oscar.
Yeah. For?
Well, I scrolled past it and then it disappeared. So,
while I think of the other one, the trashy waitress got a Lifetime Achievement Oscar.
No. Shut up! You don't know.
Who else is in the mix? Is it it's a prominent Sizemore doesn't have one.
Nope.
No.
It is an actor in the movie. Let's say that.
Okay.
It's Rodney Dean. No.
Is it the stout lispy prison guard who plays a bad cop, plays like a shitty cop in everything he's in, including Sopranos?
I mean, Pruitt Taylor Vince.
No, because he was in it more. Guy. There's the lispier guy.
No.
Who he's got like a fat tongue.
Oh yeah.
And he's the guy that's he's like Bobby Bacala's handler in Sopranos, and he's just always bad at his cop.
Stop naming shows I haven't seen.
He sucks. But yeah, so not him. I don't think he's won an Oscar. I don't know.
Tommy Lee Jones won for Best Supporting Actor in 1994's.
1994's not Natural Born
Killer.
The
Fugitive.
Fugitive, yeah. And who's the other?
It's gonna blow your goddamn mind. Stephen Wright.
You know what?
He won Best Short Live Action Film in 1989.
You blew my goddamn
Isn't that
mind.
Wild? Stephen Wright.
Is an
Oscar award winner.
Huh.
For his 1989 short film, The Appointments of Dennis Jennings.
Huh. We're going to have to track down The Appointments of Dennis Jennings.
29 minutes, and it stars...
Stephen Wright.
Him, Laurie Metcalf.
Okay.
Rowan Atkinson.
This is fascinating.
And doesn't look like any other... Oh, David Hyde Pierce.
Huh.
Interesting.
I think they're all improv people.
Where do I know this guy from? Joe Grafassi.
He's in the short?
He's in Batman Forever. He's in The Deer Hunter. He's in Natural Born Killer. Presumed Innocent. I don't know. I recognize his face. Man. Yeah, Rowan Atkinson. My boy. Senor Bean.
Senor Bean.
Anyways, Natural Born Killers.
I want to watch Senor Bean now.
Now, I've already done the calculations. I already know what the next movie for...
You do.
This is good.
You did this without...
I did it while we were talking.
My consent or approval?
Do you want me to do it again?
No.
Now...
But if it's something I don't really want to do, then yes.
Well, this is the first one of you think it's good, I think it's bad.
Oh! Now I'm interested.
This will be Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
Also 94? Question mark? Oh, I'm not even close.
The Terry Gilliam production. Johnny Depp, Benicio del Toro. I tried to watch it several times. I don't think I've gotten more than 20 minutes in each time.
Okay.
Because I just do not like it.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to have to force myself to get through the other...
hour and a half?
It's 118 minutes.
Okay.
So that's a lot of... Oh, look, there's a lot of people in this movie that I like, but...
Yeah. It's probably the best movie ever made.
No.
Also, I haven't seen it in 20 years, and I have no idea what to expect.
Johnny Depp, Benicio del Toro, Tobey Maguire, Christina Ricci, Ellen Barkin, Gary Busey, Cameron Diaz, Mark Harmon, Michael Jeter, Penn Jillette, Craig Bierko, Lyle Lovett,
nice.
Flea,
Hey,
Harry Dean Stanton.
Oh yeah, Flea has like speaking lines in
Christopher Maloney.
Hey,
Beef. That's a beef.
That's a beef.
That's a beef. Hunter S. Thompson is also in the movie, apparently.
Sick.
Well, I can't say I'm thrilled about it, but I guess I have no fucking choice.
We shall see. So our next content episode, which might just be next episode.
Could be.
Who's to say?
Oh, I still got two. Is that... Well, these ones don't count because those are like his early shit. I only have two Terry Gilliam movies I haven't seen.
Which are?
Zero Theorem and Tideland.
I haven't seen Tideland. I have seen Zero Theorem. I wanted it to be better. It's not bad.
I don't like that.
But I wanted more.
I always want more.
I think I just wanted it to be Brazil.
Where Robert De Niro is Mario?
Where Robert De Niro is Mario, yes.
Hey, it's me. I'm Mario.
Yeah, so that's the plan for maybe next week.
We'll see. I make no promises.
No, it's foolish to make promises, especially in this economy.
I make no promises. Do you bleed? Jesus Christ. Well, thanks for listening, everybody. We did 2 hours.
Before the consumption overtakes me, I was looking at it when it was 1:59, and I was debating whether or not to cut you off in the middle of the John Grisham story.
That was so good.
And
I would not have been mad.
And that's the podcast in under 2 hours. You're welcome, everybody.
I would not have been mad.
But I was kind of interested in the story.
Yeah, 2:15 is not bad though. So
it's not bad. But if that story had just been slightly more boring,
yep,
we'd already be in bed together.
Oh, I hear.
Oh yeah.
Oh gosh, yeah. Anyway, send us money.
Yep.
Mostly if you want to buy me something because we both got something.
Yeah, but now I need more things. Now I need tier 2 data recovery. I'm probably not going to do it.
Selfish.
Stop pointing at your Blu-rays and saying selfish.